Welcome to Spotlight. Metro Detroit is home to the largest Chaldean population outside of the Middle East. I'm here with Martin Manna, president and founder of the Chaldean Foundation, located in Sterling Heights. Welcome to Spotlight. It's great to have you on my show. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, tell me, you are the force and drive behind this nonprofit organization. Tell me, what inspired you and what made you decide to establish this great organization?
Well, the Chaldean Community Foundation was born through the Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce. So thankfully we have a lot of community support. There was 15 members of the community that launched the Chaldean Chamber. We eventually launched the Chaldean Community Foundation because of the growing need of refugees that were coming into this area. And as you know, since 2007, some 35,000 Chaldean Iraqi refugees have made their way to Southeast Michigan.
So how did it grow from like maybe a small office somewhere else and now you're here in Sterling Heights?
Well, when we originally started here, it was in 2011, and we had written a small grant. We were in another smaller facility, about 1,000 square feet. Okay. And we had hoped to serve about 400 people that year, and 4,000 people came through our door. And we knew we needed more room, and eventually in 2015, at the end of 2015, we built a new facility, which is about 12,000 square feet now, and we serve more than 25,000 people annually.
So from 400 to 25,000 people, that's really amazing. I'm going to ask you, like, how did you envision this organization to be where it's at right now?
Well, a lot of it has to do with the people that work here. So we have nearly 40 people that work for the organization, and it's mainly about the people that come in. We're really focused on helping them resolve many of their major issues. So if you do good work for people, people will come. And so that has always been what we've strived to do, to help people to the best of our ability. And because of that, we're adding almost 18,000 square feet to this facility and working on some long-term housing needs too for the community.
So that means it's more services and more people to help. That's amazing. So do you help any individual that come through your doors, or is it exclusively for Chaldeans or Iraqis?
Sure, it's a great question. Although the name Chaldean Community Foundation is on our doors, we help anybody that comes through here. So more than 15% of the people that come through here are not Chaldean. So anyone and everybody are welcome here. Just like in the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce, we have like 950 members, 35% of them are non-Chaldean. Okay, so we're open and inclusive.
Yes, and tell me, you help many Iraqi refugees every year. Tell me, what are their most needs when they come in to your door?
Well, you'd be surprised at what we hear on a daily basis. Many of these people struggled for quite some time. They left the country because of religious or ethnic persecution or because of country conditions. And they made their way eventually to the United States. That typically might take anywhere from a 5-year to 8-year process. During that time, they were either in refugee camps or living in another country in which they were unable to gain citizenship. Their kids couldn't go to school, and they as adults couldn't work. And so a lot of them also struggled with persecution at the hand of some fundamentalists. And they're horrific stories, and by the grace of God, thankfully, we've never had to deal with those issues. But, we hear about those daily struggles. So some of them might come in here and are dealing with general anxiety disorder, PTSD, or many other mental issues, unfortunately. But basically, our job here has always been trying to get them on a pathway to independence. We teach them English, we help them find jobs, we provide access to healthcare, we help them through the immigration process, we help them through citizenship. We have programs designed mainly to help them, assist them with enrolling in school and helping those with developmental disabilities. There's many other programs that we offer, but it's always based on the individual. People come here with many different things.
So what's the most successful program that you have and why?
Well, I look at our citizenship programs. Sometimes there's as much as a 6-month wait just to get into the programs. And that's really a fulfilling program because you're helping people become U.S. citizens. And the process is when they get here, they're given a white card. After 1 year, a green card. After 5 years, they could apply for permanent citizenship.
But do you have like problems with that, just getting them citizenship, or it's like an easy, it's not an easy
It's
process,
not,
right?
they have to put in the time and effort, just like many of our other classes.
Yeah.
If you're learning English, you need to have a commitment. But given in today's environment, it's very important that they get that citizenship because God forbid if they go out and they have a misdemeanor or commit some other crime, they may never be able to get that citizenship and might be at risk of deportation.
So how do you usually follow up with the people that they are getting help here? How do you follow up with them?
We have several caseworkers that meet individually. So people will come here, they'll go through the doors, they'll take a number and wait to be seen. Our caseworkers are trained to make sure that they understand what it is that you're in need of, and then they'll ask a lot of other questions, and so we make sure that they are then have realized the complete level of services that we offer, and then the caseworker will do the general follow-up.
That's great. So where does your most funding come from?
So we have many different sources of funding. So currently, like this building that we're in, and the expansion, and even the housing project, we're in the midst of an $8 million capital campaign. Almost $4 million would have been raised here.
So you're trying to raise $8 million as of now?
As of now, we're almost halfway there. And almost all of it has come directly from the Chaldean community, so individual donors.
So is it like private donation?
Private from the community. We also run programs here like the Chaldean Loan Fund. So once you get a job, that we help you get a job, we'll give you up to $10,000 to buy a car to get to and from work.
All of it from private donations?
All through private donations.
So basically, what do private donations do or help to do other sources can't offer or can't?
Well, like we have a lot of funding from the state, some corporate foundations. That's really towards programming, but they won't pay for a building. But we can't really provide those services unless we had a facility. And so that's why private funding is important. And then when we give loans, that's also private funding. And then access to healthcare. Project Bismutha is an example of that.
We're going to talk about that with your assistant later on, but that's great, yes. So what would be the greatest difference in making your organization get better at what it does, basically?
Well, we've always thought that there'd be a slowdown in the number of people coming through here. So, you and I talked about, we thought 400 initially, it was 4,000. Then it went to 8,000, 16,000. We're on track to probably serve more than 30,000 people in this year. By the end of 2018.
Okay, so what's now your upcoming projects, like within 5 years now?
Well, immediately we have no more space here. So we bought the property next door. We're more than doubling, almost tripling the size of this building. The other thing is, many in our community need long-term housing. They come here, they have temporary housing, and so we're working on 190 unit development of new housing. So in Metro Detroit, think of an area where it could be all new Americans. Lower level will have retail, upper levels will be apartments. We're going to create walkability. We're creating a whole new village for them, so that it'll be a destination not only for them but for other people to come and enjoy, a cultural destination.
So how would people reach out to you? Is it through events or word of mouth? How does that work?
So we are online at ChaldeanFoundation.org. Our office here is located on 15 Mile, just west of Ryan Road, that people can always come to. And so those are probably the best avenues to reach us. We're also on social media. We have a lot of events, through mainly the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce. Like we have an annual awards dinner. About 900 people come each year. 900. And then we have other events that we do from the community to raise money for this organization throughout the year, which are also all online.
Great, that's great. Well, Martin, Manna, how do you feel today knowing that through your organization you have empowered and improved the quality of life of so many people?
It's a great question. I think we're truly blessed to be in a position where we can help other people. There's no better reward in life than to be able to be put in a position where you're helping others. So
just to wake up every morning and to help people.
Yeah, like I said before, we have a phenomenal board. We have a wonderful staff, and this team is really, I'm just one person out of several that have done everything that's been accomplished here. So
that's great. That's great. I just want to thank you for your time today, and on behalf of MEA, thank you so much for putting the time, and best of luck. You have a great organization with a great cause.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're big fans of MEA too.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate all the support you give us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We started the Breaking Barriers program and first started in 2012 identifying the special needs in our community, anywhere from physical needs to mental needs, and sometimes both physical and mental needs. And once we identified that group, we also tried to do some home visits and assess some of the needs. So in our program, we have a little bit over 530 individuals, but with special needs, we kind of have the whole family encompassed. We have a wonderful partnership with the Bureau of Services for Blind Persons. They were being serviced, and we noticed that what they were lacking, many of them all wanted to learn English. Many of them lived in apartment complexes, so they weren't able to see the digits on their elevators, so they needed to learn Braille. And none of the refugees that came to America had white canes to be able to be mobile. So the program is called BEAM, and it stands for Braille, ESL, Acculturation, and Mobility. Yeah. In these offices here, we have immigration services, where we have 2 on-staff attorneys that provide immigration services, green cards or citizenships. Citizenships for minor children. Yeah. We do also have green card, where a refugee has to get a green card a year after they arrive. So we do those applications here. And the rest of these pods, I guess you can call them, or offices, are the case managers and the different cases that we work on. So here is our computer lab, and we offer 2 types of computer classes: beginner computer classes for members of the community twice a week, and then advanced computer classes. 6 of these computers are equipped with a system called Talking Typer for our blind students. So whatever you type in that you could see, they can actually hear. And so we are in the classes, so once a week they come in here.
Oh, once a week.
And so 6 of the computers are used by the blind students, and the rest of them are twice a week, 2 hours a day classes. Yeah. Our ESL is actually held in our big auditorium. As Martin mentioned, we partner with Macomb Community College, and they come out and teach twice a week, advanced classes, and twice a week beginner classes. And then in our other part of the auditorium, because it's split in half, it is citizenship classes. So we just want to make sure that when a person applies, that they're prepared and they're able to for the test to become a U.S. citizen.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.